I like to throw words together and make up terms that um, help describe things that I'm thinking or talking about. And one of them is generational dysfunction. I have no idea if that's actually something that's coined out there or not, but it is something that I've become very passionate about. And so I thought I would explain where it comes from in regards to me using it. And it really has everything to do with the growth of our being. So we are communal animals, us humans are. It goes all the way back to like the caveman days and stuff. We had to live in groups, safety in numbers, and like if you were banished from the group, it was darn near certain death. So for us, we just naturally gravitate towards community. And so generational dysfunction, it doesn't mean like family generations, so to speak. It's more so that we are all interconnected in our lives, and our lives are impacted by those that came before us as well as everybody that's around us. So when we're born, we are so innocent and full of life, no worries, no judgments, no belief systems are in place. We're just happy. Do you remember when like little bitty kids, they make friends with everybody? They're just, they don't have thoughts about other people or themselves. And then everybody around us kicks in. So we learn things from our families. They have their own rules and belief systems. The society that we live in, the country, the world, and then we have social media, which just completely, I would have to say social media has been a gift and a curse. It's a double-headed sword. It is so great because we're all able to contact each other, and information's at the right at your fingertips immediately. But there's also tons of misinformation, misleading information, and a lot of bias and judgment out there. And that's there for us all prime for the pickings. And our primal brains are fine-tuned to hone in on all of the negative stuff because it's looking for problems to make sure that we're kept safe. So we go from that innocent little baby to learning all this stuff that, you know, the generations before us and people all around us are imposing upon us. A lot of things become norms, and that is where the dysfunctions come in, because it gets handed down from generation to generation. It's just how it is, you know. So the main thing is we end up finding ourselves, I found myself trapped. I felt so stuck, not understanding why I was just not happy with life. And it was because I had accepted all these rules as being truths. And, you know, you don't know any better when you're a kid. And a lot of the times, everybody around you doesn't know any better either. They're just doing the best that they can. It's a never-ending cycle. Or so it would seem. There's this thing called self-awareness. It's so crazy. I started receiving behavioral counseling for my thoughts. I've hired coaches. I've done tons of personal development reading. I went and got my cognitive behavioral therapy certification, because guess what? The few thoughts that we do have, or the information out of the billions of things flying at our brain, and their brain filters things out, those few things we filter out, there is so much more possibility out there and so many more opportunities. So by just changing the channel, you can see and experience so many different things. I'm not saying be disillusioned. I'm not saying hide yourself. You have to be seriously self-aware. Self-aware is hardcore because it is looking at all of the truths. It's acknowledging them. It's owning up to shit, and it's working through it and getting better, learning grace, not beating yourself up about that shit, but just moving along and getting better. And when we all start doing this, the more people that are doing this, the more people that are out there that are aware of this and are able to share this so that we can break this dysfunctional cycle. And instead of constantly having this flipping hamster wheel going on, we can actually start an upward spiral where we're continually growing and supporting each other instead of being assholes. Thanks for listening.